Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
So here is Dream Islands. Let's take a look inside. This is a island hopping game where you're trying to score points by getting a certain amount of people in a certain amount of spots. The first thing you'll notice is you're going to get a rule book. It's going to come in many different languages. It's going to have plenty of pictures and examples. It's a rather simple game. Here's the English words. And I think you'll be able to pick this up probably in about 5 minutes or so. You will have a board, an open space, non-custom insert. A little bit more spacing than you need, but you'll see some wooden components and some cards. Let me set it up and I'll show you how to play. So when the game is set up, everybody's going to have 5 of their people down here on the airplane. The first player will put 1 on 1, second player on 2, and the third one put 1 on the third one. What you'll do then is you'll shuffle your own unique deck of cards, and everybody has the same cards, and you'll draw 3, and these will be the 3 that you'll be playing off of, and you're trying to accomplish. In this case, you want exactly 2 on one island. You want more of yours than the other 3 combined. Oh, and I got the same one. So some of these can be very different. In this case, I want exactly 1 on 3 islands. This one I want 1 on 3 islands that are in order. 4 on 1 island. 1 more than everybody combined. 2 on, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, the game will end when you've completed all of your missions, or there are 6 combined people from all of the players in the middle, either on these 3 islands or this big one. So you're going to do 3 things on your turn. The first one is take your little marker and cover up one of these. This means you'll move 2 spaces, 3, 4, or 5. So let's say we wanted to move 4 for strategic purposes. I'm going to place this here just in sight so you can see what I'm doing. It would never be set on the board there. So I can move my guys a combination of 4 spots. So say I want to go 1, 2, 3, and I want to move this other guy from the airplane here. So that would be a combination of 4 moves. Now keep in mind I had these 3 cards. So this one I can do because I have 2 people, right, on one island right here. So this one is completed. Now this one I can do because I have more red than they have combined with other people. And I can do this one too, accomplishing all 3 of those, or I could accomplish 1 or 2 on a turn, or all of them. Now, just for clarification, on that one it says 2. If I would have had 3 here, that would not be 2, so I could not accomplish it. It has to be exactly 2, which is what I had. Then, at the end of my turn, I will draw a new set of 3. If I had accomplished 1, then I could draw 2, or I could discard cards drawing back up to 3. So my next turn, I would have 3 more ready to plan out. Now another trick here is since I moved the 4, I could not use that again until all of this is filled. So I'd have to use 2, 3, or 5 on my next turn. And if the 2 was filled up and the 4 is filled up, then my next turn 3 and 5. And then finally I would only have 5. And once they're all used, I can take these off and reuse the entire board again. The only little trick is this island. So once you go all the way across the board, if I go here, I could bring my guy up here and score. If nobody's on these center islands, I can go here, which would be 3. And then if blue came around, he could go here and be on the 2. And then if blue came around again for whatever reason, he could go on the 2. And then as many people as we want could be on this one, which is only 1 victory point. But keep in mind, once there's 6 people here combined like there is now, the game will end.
Dream Island was kind of sold to me as a Survivor type game. And it's not like Survivor, the television show whatsoever. Instead, I was giving a fluffy, light, little family-level game of trying to get my meeples in a certain order so I could play these scoring cards. And there is quite a bit of luck to it. It's just a fluffy little game. Sometimes you get lucky that the right scoring cards are in your hand and you have that combination. You can throw 2 or 3 of them down at a turn, and that's going to give you a distinct advantage. I don't feel like there's any deep strategies to the game. It's more about timing and reacting to the other players, and sometimes you just get lucky that things just happen to work out your way. There is probably a runaway leader problem. I don't think there's a catch-up mechanic in this game. If you get too far ahead, you're likely to go ahead and win the game. But I think that might be okay for the weight of the game, and it plays rather quickly, so it's not like you're sitting there for another 2 hours knowing that you lost the game. And that's happened to me before in games. It's not very fun. I don't know, there's a lot of analysis paralysis. You have 4 options, move 2, 3, 4, or 5. But once you cover up, say, the 4, you can't use the 4 spot again until you've used a 2, 3, and a 5. So once you use all the 4 spots, you get them all back. So I think that's kind of fun. Strategically, it starts limiting you and bringing you into this box. And I think some of the fun decisions come out of that. But it can drag the game on just a tad because you know that with the options that are available, you're just not going to have it. Now, there is a mechanic at the end where if you go all the way around, you can put them on those scoring islands, and you're going to get more points for doing that. I did that a little bit too early in the game, and I ran out of enough people to fulfill all my cards, but I was still able to win the game. So your mileage may vary on that. So if you start putting those guys on these islands, you probably want the game to end quicker, and that means getting more people around as quickly as possible and not fulfilling as many of the cards. So you're going for one of 2 in-game conditions. It's a fine game. I don't know if it's something that'll stick with you for very long. The replayability isn't, quite high. But if you're looking for something to play with non-gamers, maybe the family or the kids, this is definitely one that you can check out. The theme is a little bit fresh. I like the island theme, and people seem to be having fun on these islands as opposed to orcs and monsters and the fantasy theme that we get so much of. So in that regards, it is fresh. Although I have to say I love Survivor, and this is not Survivor, the board game. So for me, this is going to be a tepid keeper. I'll probably keep it around to play as a lark, but there's not a lot here that you should be seeking this one out. So, your mileage may vary.
Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing.